I'm Gemma. Welcome to day 9 of the 30-day Strength from Home workout challenge, where we're going to be working out every single day for the next 30 days. We've got an intense 3 days. Yesterday we had upper body, today we've got core and glutes, and tomorrow we've got full body. So you're going to probably feel a little bit sore, but don't worry, by the time we come around to day 11, we're going to be doing mobility series to help with muscle recovery. Same as always, we're going to start in the center of the mat and go through the warm-up. Hips forward, toes forward, weight on the heels, full rotation of the upper back. The lower spine stays in place, I'm not doing too much. Rotation, chest is forward, nice and slow, through the full range of motion. Knees soft. I'm going to come down into a squat, sweep the floor around the world, hands up. Arms extend, hips sit back. Weight stays on my heel. Sit down in between the hips, keep the chest up. Go down nice and slow. Again, not rushing through the warm-up. The goal is to work up the muscle, work up the joint. Switch at the top. Remember, knees out to the side. I'm looking straight ahead. Fully extending my arms up. Sweeping at the bottom. Now we're going into squat. So arms up, squat to press. Remember, take the heels wide. Shoulder width apart, come down. Toes are pointing away from me. I'm sitting down into my hips and reaching up as tall as I can. As I come up, the hips come forward, I squeeze the glutes, extend the arms up. Again, nice and slow, we're going to go down, hold, up a little bit faster. Middle of the mat to the edge of the mat. Downward dogs. Remember, bend the knees. Pushing my hands into the floor, bringing the leg up to the outside and pushing the knee out. Opening up the hip. Shoulder rotations. Follow the thumb. Back toe can be flexed, or you can relax the foot, bring it down. Arm fully extended. I'm reaching back and over. Hands in the center. Plank position. Back to downward dog. Over here, I'm stretching my lower back, I'm engaging my upper back, feel it in my hamstrings, and bring the other leg through to the outside of the hand, relaxing the foot, pushing the knee out with this hand, rotating up and around. My chest is open, I'm pulling my shoulder back, and I'm following my thumb. Nice and slow. One more. Hands in the center, plank position, back to downward dog over here. Now we're going to walk the feet to the hands, or you can bend your knees, jump, come up slowly. Straight into leg swings, hand against the wall, leg up, back. Squeeze the glute. Open up the hip slightly, but not too much rotation at the hip. As far up as you're comfortable, as far back so that the glutes engage. As you come back, you shouldn't feel it in the lower back. If you do, you're arching too much. Switch sides. back, I squeeze the glute, I push the leg back up. Nice, slow, and controlled movement. Standing leg slightly bent. Last exercise, into ankle flexibility. Come a few inches away from the wall, push the knee against the wall, keeping the heel down. Knee goes towards the out foot, towards the little toe. I'm stretching the ankle. Now to the other side again, mid toe, out towards the little toe, heel stays down. Try and hold it at the end range of motion here, close to the wall for a second, come back. Okay, warm up complete. We've got 5 exercises, core and glutes. We're going to be working for 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest in between. 15 rounds in total. We're going to start with bicycle kicks for the core. So I'm in this position, arms crossed, bring the core up a little bit. Straighten the leg. Make sure that the lower back is pushed against the wall. Make sure that the stomach is not coming out. You want to draw the belly button in. And come slightly off to engage the core a little bit more. If you're finding this move a little bit too difficult, you can come and we can do one leg at a time on the forearms. Or we can try both. If not here, slightly up, arms crossed, legs extended, legs higher, come lower if you can. So whenever we're doing any core exercise, we want to make sure that the lower back is pushed into the ground. If we're doing anything that is coming off, we're not engaging the core. If we put the hands underneath the bum, then it's just a band-aid. We want to work on core stability, core strength, and not just putting the hands underneath the glutes. Okay, now we've got a glute bridge, so we're coming up, take the legs out, and we're coming up to a V. Back down, glute up high, make sure the hips are in line, up to a V. For those that can't come up into the V, knees bend, I come forward.
Halfway there.
Legs straight, I come straight up. I try not to round my back. I'm just going straight up and hold, hands down. Or I'm here and I come up. Next we've got plank rows. So for full version we're going to be here, we're going to make sure that we're in line, that the bum is not too high, and that our lower back is not rounded down. We want everything in line, we're going to rock forward, come onto the toes, push back onto the heels. For those that is too difficult to get in this plank position, we can drop the knees. We can come down so that the chin is in line with the hand, push back up. Cross the legs if you want to, down and up. We're incorporating a little bit of shoulder here. Try to keep the chin tucked. Parents lead down with the chin. Otherwise we're up here, we're forward. So I'm clasping my hands, I'm squeezing my glutes and coming forward, onto the toes, back onto the heel. Third exercise, we've got single leg glute. So, hands in line with feet. From here we're coming up, just like the glute bridge, but instead we're going to come up with one leg. The knees are in line. We're going to hold it, we're going to come back down, we're going to hold it again. So when I look, my knees are in line, my toe is flexed. If I want to make it a little bit more challenging, I'm going to take the leg out to the side as far as I can. Back up, there's a straight line. My hips are in line, so when you're coming out, try not to drop the hip. Keep the hip up, we have to engage the glute more. We're going to do 40 seconds here, have a quick rest, go straight into the other side.
Again, if going out is a little too challenging, just come up, hold, back, keeping the foot flexed, engaging the glute. You should feel it on the left glute of the leg that is being supported. Now we're going to switch. Again, make sure the heel is in line with the arm. Hands up 90 degrees. Come up. Here, if I want to, I can extend it out and down. Make sure that the hips are in line. Put your hand here as a cue.
Let's go.
Up, out. Push the lower back into the ground. Reset, come out. So way up and out. Up and out. So I'm really squeezing my glute as I go up and out to the side. Again, you shouldn't be feeling this in your lower back. It should be only in your glutes. If you feel it in your lower back when you take the leg out to the side, then just stay in the center
10 seconds.
and come up. Remember, I'm not arching my lower back as I come up. Just enough distance off the floor so that I feel it in the glute.
Rest.
Oh. Hug the knees, relax the lower back. Now we have hinge knee tuck, so we're working on core, we're working on obliques. We're going to be in the upright position. I'm going to angle myself slightly down, so I'm engaging my core. The knees are up, and I'm twisting.
Let's go.
As I twist, I'm still keeping my hips forward. I'm not rotating all the way around. My hips are forward. I'm bringing my knee and my arm together. So here we're advancing it a little bit, bringing them in to meet. Again, I'm not swinging all the way to the side. It's not good for the lower back. Again, angle down, come up. If not, you can hold it here. Focus on rotating, keeping the belly button in, feeling the obliques work on the side.
Rest.
Okay, first round complete, 2 more rounds. Starting with bicycle kicks. Remember, we can be on the forearms for a modified version. 2 at a time. Make sure you extend the leg, keeping the foot flexed.
Let's go.
Make sure that the core is down, the belly button is engaged in, the back is on the floor. Or we can come down for the harder version, slightly up as if we're starting to sit up. Okay, the higher the feet are, the easier the movement is. Bring the feet down, but not too far down that the lower back comes off.
Halfway there.
Slightly up into the crunch, pushing here, drawing the belly button in,
10 seconds.
fully extending the legs. We can go a little bit faster, we can go a little slower. Go to your own pace.
Rest.
Okay, glute bridge to V up. Measure the distance, fingertips touching the heels.
I come up, I'm even, the glutes are engaged, not too high. I come down, I straighten the legs, the hands come up
Let's go.
here, or I have the modified version where I come up here. When you come up, try to bring the torso up and not just rounding forward. Okay, so the head stays up.
Halfway there.
Up, and reach up, squeeze up, V up.
10 seconds.
Again, make sure with the glute bridge up, not going too high, just enough that you feel it in the glute.
Straight into plank rocks. Remember, for modified version, you can be on the knees, legs crossed, come down, back up. The full version, we're up on the feet. Remember, the bump is down, the glutes are engaged. I'm rocking forward onto the toes, stretching the calf as I come back. You start feeling this in the lower back. Make sure that you're not sagging it. Make sure that you're engaging the glutes. Squeeze the glutes as you come forward.
Halfway there.
This is a really difficult movement. We shouldn't be able to do it for longer than a minute. If you can, if it's easy,
There's a chance that you're doing it wrong, that the bum is too high, or that we're not rocking forward enough and back. 3. Turn back over onto your mat. We're into single leg glute. Remember, start position, fingertips near the heels. Bring the leg over to the center line. Knees track. Out to the side if you can. Make sure that the hips are in line. Push the lower back into the floor. This should not be my start position. I should be back flat. Up so I feel it in my glute. Out to the side. Hips nice and stable. Don't let that hip drop down. Again, if going out is causing a little bit of lower back pain or discomfort, or your hips dropping, then we can just come up and hold. Again, make sure the knees are in line, the toes are flexed, and I'm really feeling it in the left glute. The right glute not so much, but again, we're keeping the hips aligned. Hug the knees. Side to side baby rock. Just take some pressure off the lower back. Get ready, set up the other side. Down, then we can take the leg out, up. So here as I come up, I'm squeezing the glute. I go out to the side, I'm keeping the hips aligned. I'm going down. I'm resetting, pushing the belly button in, tucking my hips into posterior pelvic tilt, which is really important, especially if naturally when you've got your back on the floor, you have that space, you've got anterior pelvic tilt, pushing the hips down, into the ground. Okay, hinge knee tucks. So remember, the lower down I am, the more I'm engaging the core, the higher, the easier it is. I'm bringing the knees up and tapping to the side. My hips are staying straight. Again, we're not twisting. It's not a Russian twist. It's nice and controlled. Want to make it a bit more difficult, we can bring the knee up and in. Everything is sweating. Even my legs. Shouldn't feel this much in your lower back. If you do, we can come down.
Halfway there.
Start a little bit higher and twist. And you feel it more in the lower back as we come lower. We're engaging the core more. Maybe the lower back is going to compensate. Okay, one more round, then we finish. So again, bicycle kicks, center of the mat. So remember, modified version, we can be here, we can do one at a time, or we can do both. Pushing low back into the floor, or we can be in the crunch position. Engaging, make sure that you're drawing the belly button in. Bracing the core, legs straight. Higher we're a little bit easier, lower it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Last set of bicycle kicks. Press the lower back into the floor. Okay, glute bridges to V up. We're down. Remember, posterior pelvic tilt. Hands in line. Knees in line. Come up. Take it out to the side. I come down, I reset, I come up, then I go out. You can put your hands here by your side. You can put them down, turn them around, whatever's more comfortable for you. Personally, I like to put them here so I can drive my elbow into the ground and come up and engage the glute.
Halfway there.
Again, I'm taking my leg as far out as I can, but keeping the hips in line. Oh. I think, I'm gonna feel this one tomorrow. Oh.
Rest.
Okay, 40 seconds on the other side. We're coming up, out. Up. So we feel the glute engaging as we come up. We're squeezing and going out. We feel the outer hip of the leg that is moving across the body, working too. You might feel it burning in your hip flexor, burning around the hip. Just have to push through. Keep going. Keep the knee in line. Try not to take it out to the side or coming in. Oh.
We haven't finished.
Okay, hinge knee tucks come down. So we're looking forward. We're bringing the knee and the elbow together. Want to make it a little bit easier, we just keep the knees in line.
Halfway there.
Oh.
10 seconds.
I can't talk in this one. This is the last one, it's the hardest one. Oh.
Rest.
Oh. Okay, good job guys, well done. 3 rounds complete, core and glutes done. I will see you tomorrow for a full body. See you then.